Okay, good evening folks. It is 8:15 on the 18th of April 2010. Just going to do my weekly outlook on the Aussie dollar, US dollar here. Before last week we completed the 9 count sell setup on the daily chart there, and we had the TDF sell setup bar on the Monday, which was a big outside bearish bar. And having broken this upper back, I'm expecting to see a bit of a retracement back to at least the 91.79 area there. So I was hoping we were going to get it on the back of that bar, but as you know, with these TDF bars, a lot of the time the whole of the body actually gets covered before we get a move down. So obviously we can see here that's what's happened, and then we had a bearish day on Friday. So I'm hoping now that that'll bring us down to at least this 91.79 area, and possibly down to the TDST support at 91.29, which is where I would see as a good buying opportunity down there. So I would be watching the lower time frames for any sort of buying opportunities around there. You can see we're on bar 6 of the 4 hour at the moment, so by the time we get down to 91.29 we could possibly make a 9 count on the 4 hour there, so that should be watched closely. But at the moment anyway, as I'm bullish, I'll be keeping an eye on any bearish thrusts that we make, and look to buy a retest of their highs once they're removed to the close. So I mean, currently that's Friday's high at 93.46. I mean, if we look at this on a daily chart now, I mean, we were bullish after last week's close, but I mean, this week's close is going to sort of change it back to being a bit more neutral here. It would be in between the 92.77 and the 91.64 levels. So I would really need to see a close below that 91.64 now to sort of bring the bear back into play here, really. So I mean, we're only just kind of turning neutral here, and as long as we can hold that 91.64 to the weekly close, we'll you know, the bull will sort of remain in control. So yeah, hopefully we can just come down here and have a bounce around about this area, and head higher from there. And then hopefully, I mean, you can see here how many times now we've tried to get up to that 94 area. So hopefully this will be one more sort of move lower before we have a good burst higher. But I mean, the only other thing that's kind of mixing this whole view up is the fact that we're going to make a 9 count sell setup here on the weekly, starting this week. So once this week's bar's closed, as long as it's higher than this week's close, which was 90.42, so I think it's very likely we're going to close higher than that. That'll complete the buy setup. The sell setup. But I mean, we could actually end up accelerating higher from here and still have a few more weeks of higher action before we finally get a TDF bar and have any kind of retracement. So I mean, that's basically what the daily chart's telling me here anyway, that that's the play, you know, buying any kind of weakness. So if we do manage to get down to this TDST support, I would certainly be looking to buy around about that level. And as long as we get as low as 91.79, I would look to buy the high of any bearish thrust bars once they're removed to the close. So that's basically it. So kind of looking for a move lower this week, down towards the 91.29, but ultimately looking to go long around that level, I would say. And you know, that gives us quite a nice target here. And I feel if we do get long at this point, and we do get through that 94, we could see a good acceleration up, right up to that 98 level. You know, as we bounce from here so many times now, I think that's certainly on the cards, a bit of a breakout here. So yeah, so we'll just have to keep an eye on that important levels this week. Okay, cheers.